Uh, Romeo practiced,
Romeo practiced. Said he felt better today than yesterday, which is good.
so will he be available tomorrow?
I don't know yet. We'll talk to training staff and talk more about that. But VP was the only one that didn't practice. He had a little bit of a groin strain, Vincent, and but Romeo did. He went through everything. Said he felt fine.
Next person, Coach Mark Narducci, please.
Brad, I know you've heard a lot about the Sixers' size and everything like that. How concerned are you about that? And do you think that's going to be one of the real keys in this series of dealing with that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Embiid's one of the best bigs in the league. Horford is tremendous as well. Harris is a big wing, on down the line. There you got big, long guards. I think I've said this a few times this week. Simmons is an outstanding player, but without him now, they're posting those guys more, and they've got 4 shooters around Embiid all the time. Makes it extremely difficult to play against. They're playing great, and they have, especially on that end, without Simmons all year. And when he plays, he just brings a different element and a unique element. But they're a very, very difficult matchup for anyone. And their size presents challenges on both ends of the floor.
Next up, John Corrales.
Brad, now that you're heading into the playoffs, usually there's a different intensity. There's usually a different buzz in the building. You can feel it. How is it? Obviously it's going to be different, but what challenges does that present or advantages does that present for your team?
Our whole deal since we've been here is, we have to create our own energy. We have to make sure that we're on top of everything we need to be on top of. I can tell that there's a heightened level of detail as we enter our playoff prep, and I'm sure every team is that way. So as far as the preparation goes and as far as how we've thought about it moving forward, we've treated it just like every other playoff game that we've prepared for. And so we're now 8 games into this, including exhibition games. We're 11 games into this. So we've got a good idea about the environment, what it feels like to play in front of no fans.
Another question in person, Coach, from Gary Washburn.
No home court advantage. Usually you're like, we got to protect home court. We got to win the first 2. You don't want to go to Philly down or even down 0-2 or 1-1. With this now, it's just a pure 7 games against the same team. Like, how unique is that in terms of that's something you've all never seen in a playoff series?
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of get a kick out of like the pregame videos and all that stuff, and then there's nobody there. Smart yelling, "Let me hear you!" And it's like still listening. But no, I think I don't know. We got to play well, and I think one of the things about whether you're playing in front of fans or not. You have to play well. You have to control what you can inside those 94 feet. And it's easier said than done. And there's a lot of emotions that go into that. We've got to do a great job of staying the course, staying consistent, moment to moment within the game, moment to moment outside of the game. And, if you want to be around for a long journey, that's where you got to be.
Next question from Jared Weiss.
Brad, Joel Embiid's shown a lot of improvement being able to pass out of double teams ever since they got to the bubble, and that's something he worked on a lot. So how much do you, look back to what you did against him in the past compared to, the way that defenses have tried to approach him in the last few weeks?
I guess the best way to answer that, Jared, is everything is information. So the past, the now, personnel, how other teams have guarded him, how we've tried to guard him, who's around him, who's not around him. He's outstanding. And so I think you give him one look, probably in trouble.
Next up, Abby Chin.
Hi, Brad. I'm just wondering, about more than a month in now, how are you doing mentally, being inside the bubble, away from your family? How do you feel like your team is doing, and how do you address that now? Will it be easier? Will the focus be easier now that you're heading into the postseason?
Thanks for asking. I haven't been asked that very often. No, it's, I think it is unique. It is difficult in that way. We've all bonded over the opportunity to be, away together, and we've relished that opportunity from our own relationships within this organization, within the team. But certainly you miss home and you miss your family in great deal. I don't think that the playoffs make it any easier or not. We would love to be able to have them here. It's just not, so far that's not going to be allowed. So we also realize we have a responsibility. We have a job. We're lucky to have a job. And this is not an easy time all over the country. And for us to have that opportunity to represent Boston and the Celtics, that's very important. But at the same time, there are certainly times of the day that are difficult, and but we've got a large support network here that I'm really appreciative for.